Namaste. The budget euphoria has died down. So has the criticism on the budget receded. Unfortunately, the budget criticism takes place only when the budget is presented, focusing only on the budget speech of the finance minister. Whereas finance minister's speech is one of the 13 other documents which seldom get attention. Generally, the opposition and the critics do not bother about how the budgeted amount is spent. I want to show in this video whether the amount that is budgeted is actually being spent. How much the government is spending? Is it adequate? What are the compulsions on the government to limit its spending? And what is happening over the years? I want to tell you in this brief video what are the trends of the budget, what is really happening, what we should look at after that annual budget ritual is complete and after the euphoria dies down. We have to look at what is happening to the budget. This year we focus on the budget. The budget year, let's say this 2020-21, the budget figures. But we do not look at what happened 2019-20's budget. Then what happened to the budgeted figures a year before? So we have to look at what is the budget size, what is budgeted, what are the constraints, and what is happening to the amount budgeted, whether it is being actually spent. The opposition make demands for higher allocations in the budget for different sectors, for social spending and various other sectors. But the very size of the budget has been receding over years. The budget size as a percentage of the GDP used to be above 18% 10 years before. The size of 2009-10 budget was 17.43% of the GDP. The 2020-21 budget has contracted to 13.52% of the GDP. Pause this video and look at the table. How the budget has been contracting over years during the past 10 years. You have seen it. The budget size itself is shrinking. When the budget size itself is shrinking, how can we expect higher spending, health, education and other social sectors? Now the rupee goes in the budget document gives us an idea as to what percentage of the budget rupee is going to which sector. If you look at the budget documents for the past 5 years, 2015-16 to 2020-21, we see that 23% of the budget rupee goes towards the state's share in central taxes. Then 23% of it goes towards payment of interest on the government borrowing. The interest payment, subsidies, spending on defense, pensions, the finance commission transfers, these are the compulsory spendings of the government. These together aggregate to 50% of the total budget. Plus 20-23% to the state's share in the central pool of taxes. Then what is left? 20-25% for spending in other areas. Spending on the social sector, health, education and other important sectors. And then the investment, capital investment which creates assets, income and employment. Again pause the video to see the government spending on these important sectors and what is remaining. So you have seen that. Already the budget size is small and it is shrinking. Of that, the compulsory spendings on which in a way the government doesn't have control over. As a result, what is happening? Government is not able to spend even to the extent budgeted. There are times when the actual spending was more than the budgeted amount, more than 100%. In recent years, the amount actually spent in 2018-19 was rupees 127,100 crore, less than the budgeted amount. Pause the video again. Look at the budgeted and actual during 10 years period, 2009-10 to 2018-19. So you have seen that the gap between what is budgeted and what is actual. Even the current year, that ends with the March this year, the 2019-20 budget, we see a downward revision of rupees 87,797 crore. Then what will be the actual is anybody's guess. So that being the case, the size of the budget is shrinking. The share of the expenditure on which government doesn't have much control, taking a large portion out of the budget rupee, then what is remaining is less, whereby the investment on health sector, education and investment on other productive sectors is coming down. For example, this year, 2020-21, I mean, the amount budgeted on health sector is rupees 69,000 crore. That on the face of it looks to be 10% higher than the previous year's sum. But if we factor in the inflation, it amounts to not adding anything over the budget amount of previous year. And then how much this amount to? It is 0.30% of the GDP. Whereas the experts recommended, the planning commission recommended the spending of the state and central governments on the health 2.5 to 3% of the GDP. So we are nowhere near that figure. We are nowhere near on the path to reach the universal healthcare system. So without investment of the government, the central government direct spending and the central government facilitating the state government's capital investment to create assets, developing the infrastructure, encouraging the private investment. Without the investment by the center, state and also private sector, it is difficult to reach the targets of growth, development, employment and output without increasing the investment. With the dwindling government expenditure, overall as we have seen, as the budget size is contracting, the essential expenditure is high in total expenditure and the actual spent is less than the budgeted. So in essence, it is not possible to expand output, incomes, growth and development. So the government need to rethink, change its paradigm from contracting expenditure to expanding expenditure, utilizing the human and other resources available abundantly in the country. Unless that is done, the growth and development are not possible. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done already and click that subscribe button below. After clicking the subscribe button, please click that bell icon to get the notifications as and when I upload more videos to this channel. Thank you.